All right. Well, dude, again, I'm so excited about this. Tell me, what are you drinking?
So for our wedding, we got these Moscow Mule cups that we never use, so I'm drinking one with
Fant
Uncle Tito.
Uncle Tito. Okay, you're drinking Uncle Tito. I'm drinking Uncle Woodford. So just, ooh, that's a bit more than I had anticipated. But cheers. I'm really excited.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's a little, I might finish that up. Okay, Pete. So let's just like kind of dive right in. I want to talk about your one Instagram post. You posted, I believe it was on June 28th, and the caption was my why, my heart, my everything. The grind has been so real. You realize how many times you take for granted the little things in life. I will never ever say I'm thankful this happened, but I'm grateful I can wake up every day knowing I found someone who makes me want to be better in everything I do in life. Back to the grind tomorrow, but that's what Hoolihans do. I love you, Mrs. Hooley. Hashtag Nicole Strong. Can you explain to people why Nicole is your why?
So there's a lot of reasons. She is my other half. So my wife. For anybody who doesn't know, my wife got diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, which is a bone cancer. In is it January? January. But in this whole thing, it's kind of given me perspective on really what I'm in this world for. It's like you get so caught up in your job and things going on and people get married and everything else is going on that you don't really realize. At the end of the day, really, why am I doing this? And I can honestly say that I wake up every morning and she's the first thing I think about.
So, how has Nicole made you the best version of Pete?
She is the number one Pete Houlihan fan, which is the best part about it. She's a rider. She's super supportive. She's never once been like, yo, why are you doing that? Or what are you doing that for? She's always been like, all right, yeah, do it. Sounds good. You're going to kill it. One of my favorite stories about her is so I thought about going into coaching. And if, anybody knows anything about coaching, you have to go this way, that way, all over the place to be successful. And which obviously means you have to move your family and you got to move yourself. And she, a couple of years ago, she was like, if you want to coach, she's like, we should coach. So you should do it. I don't want you to look back and regret it. So for somebody who's moving up in their career to be, I'll just get up and move if you want it, so you can follow your dreams so you don't regret it later on in life. I was like, yeah, it's about time to put a ring on that.
About time. So you guys were together for 10 years, high school sweethearts. You got married last May, and what should have been, you two enjoying being newlyweds wasn't necessarily all sunshine and rainbows. What was it like going through everything you guys went through your first year as a married couple?
It's crazy. They say the first year of marriage is tough. They're not lying, and that's for numerous reasons. But it's like I said, it's been up and down. But at the end of the day, it's been a blessing. I can say that.
It's been a blessing. What has this last year of marriage taught you?
That life touches everybody first and foremost. That's one thing that is for sure. We just learned it a little earlier, but don't take the little things for granted, and you got to take it every day by day, one day at a time, literally.
One day at a time. So 11 years together in total. And I'm sure in those, first 10 years of dating, you had a number of reasons why you love Nicole. I think maybe I already asked this, but like, what has Nicole taught you about life and about perseverance?
That one day at a time attitude. It's you either look at it two ways. You either say, it's over with, my life is over, or you attack it and you fight it day by day, no matter what happens, no matter what is thrown at you. You just take it one day at a time, and and grind and get to the next day, and just knowing the better days are ahead.
Yeah. Your job is all about strengthening an athlete's body and mind on the field and even off the field. How has Nicole redefined what strength is to you?
First off, she's the biggest gangster that I know. And I've trained some all-pro guys. That is, I mean, it showed me that it is part of it, that people go through things and that affects the way that, that they might sleep or the way they might eat. So, you might have to structure your training around what's going on sometimes in people's lives. And so I guess from a technical aspect that, and then, just knowing that just somebody always has it worse too. That's the thing, if you really think about it, there's always somebody that's got it worse off than you. So it's been good, I think, for especially with my younger kids to see me and her go through this, and know if life throws you a curveball, you just sit on it.
Sit on it. Speaking of your kids, I know one of them is doing a magic show and all of the proceeds go to Nicole. Can you talk a little bit about that and just, for the people who are watching and listening, like what they can maybe look forward to with that?
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I love my job is not only do I work, so I work with, I co-own a gym now called Win Performance. Shout out to Win. But I train all walks of life. So like I train CEOs, like I said, I've trained all pro NFL guys, I've trained first round MLB guys, and I train everybody the same way, because everybody in when you come in those doors, you're your family. So one of the cool parts about my job is that I get to meet all these different people from different backgrounds. And this kid, he used to play hockey. His name's David Ginsher. Shout out to David. He's super talented. He always has deck cards on him. And he wants to do this for a living. And like, that's his thing. And he hit me up. He's like, I've been thinking about doing a virtual show. He's like, I want to do something for you and your wife. How do you feel about this? And I was like, bro, it sounds amazing. I'm like, let's do it. And yeah, he's super talented. And if you want to, I think the link is in my bio on my Instagram. But yeah, I think it's $15, and he's doing all the money he's doing is going to Nicole. So it's pretty dope. It's awesome.
That's fantastic. I will make sure that it is in the show notes so anyone who's listening can obviously get that. Let's go ahead and do a quick cheers. We're going to go into some fun. I called them rapid fire questions, but they're not really rapid. So I'm just going to call it random ridiculous questions.
I like that.
Still working on the name, but I think it's good. Okay. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So what's something people would be surprised to know about you?
Let's see. Anybody that doesn't know me, let's see. I was a professional flag football player.
Where?
In America. It's this league called the American Flag Football League. Mike Vick was my quarterback. I got picked on to play on this pro team. We played for $250,000 last year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty amazing.
I was technically, I guess, a pro athlete for a couple weeks.
Okay, so we'll add that to your list of resume.
That's the resume.
Yes, list of resume. Okay.
Didn't make the bio on Instagram, so I'm gonna let people know.
You gotta add that in, add it into the bio.
Yeah.
Okay, what is an odd or weird talent that you have?
Weird talent. Let's see. Since I got it out, I'm super good at Super Smash Brothers.
Like the best of all time?
I'm pretty good. Like, there's not a lot of people that are seeing me in that.
Damn. I wish I knew anything about video games. The last video game I played was maybe Super Mario Kart. And my cousin would cheat all the time, so I lost every time. Like literally, I would have the controller in my hand. She'd rip it out and throw it across the room so she could catch up. Like family, right? Like just they're
video games.
Oh,
we'll do that
oh yeah. Like I mean, the
worse than people.
That is an understatement. Okay, what is the kindest thing a stranger has done for you?
Kindest thing a stranger's done. Stranger. It's a good question. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I mean, I guess really there's been random people that have donated and sent wishes from to the GoFundMe to us, I guess, is probably been the most generous. My favorite thing is when you go to like a random gas station and the person working the working the pump has a big smile on their face and it's like, how are you doing today? How's everything? Instead of being miserable, that's like, it makes my day when I meet people like that.
It is a good smile and a good energy is just so
Oh,
contagious.
it's the best. It's the best.
Just the best. What is your go-to drink at a bar?
Ooh, probably vodka Sprite.
Vodka
Like
Sprite.
a Tito, yeah.
Is that like when we're like going out and like having a good time night, or is that like I'm casually sipping night?
That's kind of both, I guess. I mean, really it depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'll drink whatever's there, though. I guess if we're getting a table, whatever they want is getting. It's. But if I had to go to one, it's probably vodka Sprite, vodka soda, one of the two,
Vodka.
depending on how fit I'm feeling that day.
Okay. What do you wish people would be more open-minded to?
Hmm. Shit, right now, everything. um, to each other, to like. Yeah, I wish people just open their minds up and see what I see in like the world and people and how it's just it's like you said, a smile and an energy. It's like that's what we are. We're all people. I wish people could just open their mind to the fact that we're all people.
Amen to that. What superhuman strength do you wish you had?
Fly, no questions.
Fly. Where would be the first place you'd go?
High as I could.
Like out of the galaxy?
I could go out the galaxy. I'm figuring out what's up there. Yeah.
I would love to know that. Are you a big Marvel person then?
Yeah, yeah, I'm a big superhero guy. I always have been. Superheroes and
Okay.
dinosaurs were my go-to when I was younger.
Okay, so if you could be any superhero, what superhero would you be?
In the new generation, Iron Man for sure.
Because he's
Well,
loaded.
I Hulk guy too.
Hulk's crazy.
He's legit though.
But Hulk also, I feel like, knows how to have a good time. And he's like insanely smart.
Yeah, Hulk.
Insanely smart. Okay, what is the most rewarding part about your job?
I love seeing any of my clients succeed. So whether that's getting drafted, whether that's winning a state championship, or whether that's graduating high school, seeing them set a goal and achieve a goal is the best feeling in the world.
Has there ever been anything that one of your athletes has said to you that's just kind of stuck with you?
There's been a lot of athletes that, first of all my athletes, I guess, stick with me. I'm trying to think if anybody. It's kind of hard to tell, but there have been some kids that have said the right thing at the right time. Every once in a while, and then you realize, you're like, man, these are kids, and it's crazy that they look at life like this. But I got a special group of seniors right now that are DBs that are all going to college, and that's been kind of cool, like getting them ready for college and telling them what to do, and like not what to do, but like going through what I went through. It's fun.
Yeah, and I think, you can bestow the wisdom upon them because you've gone through it and they obviously relate to you.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it
Yeah, that's
just
one of
helps.
the best parts about being my age and doing this right now, is that the kids can feel open about talking to me about stuff like that.
Love that. What is an Instagram account you think everyone should follow?
I would say Barstool, but Barstool's kind of naturally, you see Barstool videos everywhere. I'm trying to think of a really good one that I follow. Let me look.
Take a gander.
I asked this question the other day. I think I was asking Cole. I said, "What if you could hang out with one person? Who would it be?" And I was like, "No question, Rob Dyrdek." But I don't know if Rob Dyrdek's a good follow.
Ooh, who would I hang out with? I would want to hang out with Jennifer Lawrence. I feel like we would have a lot of fun and we'd probably get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a deadly combination.
probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the meme accounts are funny. The internet itself is just so funny.
The internet always wins, especially Twitter.
Always went to. I wasn't even gonna go on Twitter. Twitter is out of control. I kind of took a back seat to Twitter a little bit.
Twitter definitely went through a phase where like it wasn't Twitter. But you can find the Twitter that you want to create, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, Twitter's out of control. I actually go to Twitter to find my news. Like if I hear something, I'm like, let me check Twitter.
100%. Like someone says something to me, I'm like, it's not true if it's not on Twitter. Like
Yeah.
that's the only way I will verify anything anyone is saying.
Yeah, if it's on Twitter, it's real. That's the only way I know. Now Snapchat, even Snapchat's informing me about Kanye West and Kim
Oh
Kardashian.
God. Oh
Crazy.
God. That's
Crazy.
he just where I don't want to get into that because it's just gonna make me sad. And I'm just yeah. Okay. What is the best piece of advice someone has given you?
Man, I guess this sounds kind of cliche too, but it's just do whatever you want to do in life. Like don't care about what anybody else thinks. Just do it. Like, whatever your dream is, if that's to be a magician, then do it. Like that's kind of how I've felt since. I mean, I guess I really never had any pressure from my parents to be something or a certain way, but as soon as I figured out what I was gonna do, I was like, why would I care about what somebody else thinks? You know what I mean? It's like, what does that matter? Nothing. That means nothing to me. The people who like me, the people who are around me, they know what it is. So don't, if you are hesitant about anything because of what somebody else thinks, do it anyways. Unless it's the bad decision, then don't, maybe not do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are certain things, but no, I can definitely echo that. It's like you probably feel like you don't even work because
Yeah.
you're doing what you love.
No, yeah, no, that is, and then even when I got into the podcasting and starting the brand, it's like, you know, who cares? Like if somebody bad mouths or says, oh, look, Pete Houlihan doing a podcast, like, who does he think he is? Like, who cares about what that person thinks? I care about if one person listens to it and gets something from it, then it's worth it.
I also have this newfound realization, we'll call it, through like this pandemic and whatnot, that what people say to you and what they project on you is actually a reflection of how they feel about themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like I know I don't know about you, but I've had people say things to me and I'm just like, yep, okay. And like I don't even, I'm like, if I'm not going to you for advice, I'm not taking your opinion on anything.
Nah.
It's just not happening. Okay, 2 more questions. And then we will end on a lovely toast because I love ending on a toast as a bartender. It's kind of what I do. Who should my next guest be?
What are you going for?
The premise of this show is we just have more in common with each other than we have different. And I just want to tell stories and connect people at the end of the day.
You should have one of my business partners come on. One of my. They're 2 guys from 2 different. One is Carrie Neal and the other one's the Grant DePalma, and they're both completely different people, but they're both like the most special people I've ever met in my life. We talk about like stories and good people. They're both amazing.
Okay. All right. We'll have to set that up afterwards for sure. Okay. And then last question. I was asking this when I was doing this doing this via Instagram Live, but I feel like it's still a prevalent question. What have you learned about yourself since this pandemic began?
What have I learned about myself? I learned who I am is who I am. You know what I mean? I haven't been pretending to be anybody, which is nice. You know, if that makes sense. Like I figured out that like I am exactly what I said I was going to be and what I am going to be. So if anything, I didn't find out anything new about myself, but I just found out that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. because immediately when this happened, I was like, oh, it's a chance for me to level up. Like, let's get it. It wasn't like, hey, I need to change something about myself. It was like, hey, you need to just keep doing what you're doing now. Do it tenfold now that you have a better opportunity.
Yeah. I
Because
love that.
it is an opportunity.
Yeah, I think, you know, for myself, I said you had two choices during this time, and it was to evolve or to rot. And you got to pick. And
100%. It's gonna be like 20. Everyone keeps saying 2020 is like it ain't the year, but it is the year though. It's the year that's like you're gonna see it a lot in professional sports. You're gonna see guys taking jobs or guys losing jobs because of injury or just because of performance, and you're gonna see the people who really took advantage of these last 3 months and who didn't.
amen to that. Okay, let's go ahead and raise our glasses. People who are watching, who are listening, raise whatever glass it is that you have. And this is a Bob Marley quote, and he says, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have."
I like that. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Bob kind of knows what's up sometimes, you know?